Hey there, it's Paul Linn with the Best Life Realty Group. How often? You want me to be like serious, like the real answer? So on social media, I think everyone thinks I eat it every single day. I probably eat it, I order it once a week, but I spread that out over the weekend. So three out of 7 days. But if I had to pick one of my favorite places to go to on the south side just for a slice of pizza, I'm not talking about a sit-down restaurant, but just I want a quick slice, it's gotta be Brozini's. So we've lived in Franklin Township about 10 years now, and my wife and I, we just love the community feel of it. I love being able to go to the store and start recognizing people that I know from coaching their kids and running into parents and other people that I know from over the past years. But Franklin Township just has that small community feel that we just love. I got started in real estate when I was young and dumb. I say that because I got started right when the recession hit in 2008. So I didn't know what I was getting into, which is kind of a good thing. I've learned earlier on that I just have a passion for serving others. And so I know that sounds kind of weird when you say serve others, but I really just enjoy making sure that other people are taken care of. Kind of in my personal life, you know, Brandy and I, we have family over at our house all the time, family and friends. And I'm like the mega host. I always want to make sure that everyone's taken care of. So when people come over, I get to know them. Like my brother-in-law drinks Mountain Dew, so I make sure the fridge is full of that when he comes over. Or her grandma comes over, she's always very cold, so I want to make sure there's 7 or 8 blankets in her bedroom so she's not going to be cold at night. So that kind of carried over to my work life. So when I start to get to know clients a little bit, I figure out their needs and wants, and I want to make sure that I'm always a step ahead of them to make sure that they're fully taken care of. The craziest, I mean, I could probably write a whole book on this because some of the stuff you say in real estate, I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. But the one thing that happened to me, I was about 2 to 3 years in, and I was in a 55 plus older community, and I had just spoke with the seller and told her, hey, I'm gonna be coming by. I got someone that wants to see the property, and she knew we were coming. I show up to the property. I always do a courtesy knock, you just never know. Nobody answered. I go in through the lockbox, open the front door, and sure enough, as soon as we walk in the front door, there's a bathroom right in front of the living room with the door wide open, and she's in there taking a shower with her back turned. She didn't see me, I saw her, we turned around, I took off, and we did not sell the house that day. But anyways, that was just one instance, and that was probably, I'll never forget that day. So Best Life Realty Group is something I've been sitting on for about 2 years. I like to put things aside, but I wasn't ready to form a team 2 years ago, but I was still thinking of a name. And when I was coming up with a name, you know, there's a lot of real estate agents out there that, and I'm not knocking on anybody here, but they just come up with, you know, their first name and team, or their first and last name and team. And I didn't want to grow a team where if I brought other agents on, that they wouldn't be able to use that name, because I just think it would be kind of awkward. So Best Life Realty Group kind of reflects a few different things. You know, we want people to live their best life when they're working with us. You know, we want to make sure that they're taken care of so they can relax. But also where it came about was, you know, anytime you talk to anybody and they tell you, you know, hey, how's life? And they say, oh, I'm living my best life. Usually they're, you know, on vacation, or they're cooking out, or they're doing something fun. And so we were on vacation a couple years ago. We were on a boat with the family and kids, and it was a sunny afternoon, and we were just out on the boat, and I just felt like I was living my best life. And it was at that moment I knew that that was the name that I wanted to use as my team name. But again, I mainly wanted to create that name so that I could help others live their best life, by whether that's buying a house, you know, whatever the case is. I want to make sure that they're taken care of all the way through the process. So that's where I came up with the name Best Life Realty Group. Talk about my wife. Are we recording? So my wife, she's a rock star. So she right now owns and operates an online clothing boutique, which we started a couple of years ago. And I was kind of helping her get that going for the first few months. And now she's just taken that and grown. So now I just I'm behind the scenes guy in her business. Without her, she pushes me to work a little bit harder. She won't let me use words like I can't. So she's just amazing. She's always holding me accountable, and she always pushes me to help me reach my goals. Because now I'm getting choked up. Well, real estate is a stressful job. I mean, we have so many moving parts, and we depend on so many others to make sure that we reach our goals. So it took me a while to get here, but now I'm at a place where I've learned that, you know, shutting down and taking some time to myself is very important. So one thing that I do to unwind is I've started doing some woodworking. And I was not always a handyman, even like 4 or 5 years ago, until we bought our first home. And I think I just became like super dad, where I can fix anything with a power drill and a saw. But I kind of YouTube my way through woodworking, and now it's just something I do to save money, but also as a hobby to kind of unwind. That's also turned into a side hustle. So I do have random people messaging me every now and again that want me to build projects. And like I said, it's just a great way for me to just release some stress and gives me something to do.